Morning. I am in Wollert today doing an inspection for a home that is just under 2 years old. Now this home is a single story home, as you can see right here, and it's made of Hebel and some blueboard and other patched material throughout. So the Hebel installation is non-compliant. There's cracks everywhere, some roofing matters, and also waterproofing. Now the homeowner has advised the builder of these defects and he's ignored him. So let's see if this video can get the builder's attention. Let's go.
All right, where can we begin now? Let's start with the actual cladding, the Hebel cladding installation. Now, all the external areas of the home and the internal, which I'll show shortly, have to have a control joint installed as per the manufacturer's installation manual. And I'm gonna leave an extract on the screen from that document for you guys to see. Let's take a look at another area. Yep, no control joint visible, non-compliant. Let's keep digging. Now I want you guys to look carefully at this control joint. It appears to have been installed after the Hebel installation, and the cut is not all the way through into the panel. And I'll leave an extract to show you guys how it's supposed to look like. And I think this is not Hebel. It might be a bit of blueboard. Does not sound like Hebel at all. A distractive investigation is needed to confirm. And a rust mark on the render right there, which is also in breach of the Victorian Guide to Standards and Tolerances. I'm going to leave an extract on the screen for you guys to see as well. Check the crack already forming right now. The soil classification for this home is a Class P soil. What this means is that class problem soils does not easily fall into one of the soil types, and it requires a specialized solution from a structural engineer. Oh, and I think we have more blueboard. More rust marks here as well. This is common throughout the home. And have a look at this poor workmanship right there. The crack is deviating away from the actual control joint, the supposed control joint. This proves that these control joints were actually installed after, and they may not have been installed all the way through. So if I insert my ruler right there, it should go all the way through. And take a look at this, 75mm Hebel, and it is not going in. It is just stuck. So that means it is still closed off. So the panels are butt against each other and are just, these lines right there are just cosmetic lines, and they're not functioning as a control joint, which is why that crack was moving away from the control joint. Let's go ahead and try other areas. Look at this one, it is so obvious. This builder is sneaky. Another external area right there. There's supposed to be a control joint where the two Hebel panels meet, and check this out, nothing to be seen. And this is how it is supposed to look like if it is installed. And check out the crack that is moving away from the fake control joint. See that? Yep, this is an indication that this control joint is a faker. So obviously after the homeowner complained about some cracks going on, they've just came in and grinded a little line to make it appear like a control joint. And here's a nice crack for you right above this door. This is also in breach of the manufacturer's installation manual, and I'm going to leave an extract on the screen for you guys where it does state that control joints are required above doors. And look at this beauty, a nice thick joint for you. Like they say, do your best and silicon the rest. And here's another crack as well for you, no control joint. Now here is a soil report which states that this site has been classified as a Class P site. Have a look at the extract that I've got on the screen right now. It shows that table 1.3.1 from the installation manual, it shows site classes of soil and the vertical control joint spacing. For example, H2, which is highly reactive soil, it is required at 4.5 meters. Now Class P soils, however, it requires an engineer to place the correct control joint at the correct distance. Now for this boundary wall right here, it is obviously more than 4.5 meters. The engineer might specify at 3 meter intervals. I do not have the structural drawings with me, but you can see some cracks forming already on this boundary wall where the neighbor is. Hopefully the neighbor doesn't come out with an axe, try to get me. Now this wall is around 6 meters, I'm guessing. Let's take a look. 6.17, and no control joint to be seen. And this roofer is using Class 2 screws, which are meant for interior and not exterior. These will rust over time. Now the homeowner is pretty worried about these random cracks that are forming inside this garage area, as you can see here. Right there as well. Let's take a floor level survey and see if the slab has moved, and we'll take it from there. So I'll take my reference point right here, and then we'll see the difference in levels. We can see that it is 7 mil right here in the middle, which may indicate a doming slab heave, which is most likely caused by clay soils expanding when they absorb moisture. Now the source of the moisture can be broken sewer pipes, groundwater, poor surface drainage and garden irrigation systems. So clause 2.08 from the Guide to Standards and Tolerances states that new floors are defective if within the first 24 months of handover they differ in level by more than 4 mil in any 2 meter length. Now we have 8 mil there, so that is in breach of that clause. Now let's get up and have a look at that roof. What a mess. Check out the render right there. Messy renderer. A bit of silicone to cover that flashing, which is incorrect. There should be a pressure flashing as per that extract from HB39. And have a look at this. There is also a gap right there, which can easily allow water ingress into the home from the wind-driven rain. And that is in breach also of the National Construction Code. And here's an extract from the National Construction Codes, and I've also highlighted that clause for you. We can easily see the timber frame from here. Let's take a walk on this beautiful roof. There is no fixings for those valley tiles. There is no fixings whatsoever on these valley tiles, which is also in breach of the National Construction Codes, and I'm going to leave an extract on the screen for you guys to see. Let's keep going and check out this plumbing vent pipe right there. It looks like the collar flashing has been compromised. I need to get a closer look. Let's keep going to see if there's any more cracked tiles anywhere or any other breaches on the roof. We have the same issue right there with the valley tiles also. They're not fixed into position. No broken tiles it seems. Let's go and have a look at this plumbing vent pipe. Now let's get to the vent pipe carefully. Hopefully I don't crack any tiles in the process. Yep, it does appear to have been compromised, so let's go inside the roof cavity and see if it is leaking. Now while I'm inside, we're gonna have a look at other breaches, see if there's any trusses that have been compromised as well. It's very common that trusses are being cracked. And also, oh, look at this vent. It's not even ducted to external air. Oh, alright, insulation's thrown all over the place as usual, which is also breach of the National Construction Codes. Let's carefully go inside. Take a look at this rubbish from the contractors. Could have been stuff taken outside. Now let's go and look for that pipe. Spider webs everywhere as well. Look at that. Just checking with the bracing. Having a look if there's anything compromised here. Have a look at this ductwork, how it's tied into the external vent. Oh, what a poor job. Look at this. Look at that. So I did find a compromised truss right here. You can see how it's broken. The roof tiles are a heavy load on this roof, so this has to be fixed ASAP by contacting the truss manufacturer, which is of course the job of the builder to do. After the homeowner forwards our report to the builder must take action ASAP. And take a look at this roof panel right there. This is incorrect the way they've placed it. There has to be a back block right there. I'm going to leave an extra up on the screen for you guys to see how it's supposed to be installed. And here is the pipe that is leaking into the roof over time. You can see the little shiny liquid right there running down, the water stains. Let's move this insulation a bit to see what's going on. This is obviously a slow, progressive leak. Silent and deadly. Now here you can see my glove is basically dry. I run my finger on it, you can see how it's wet, which means water is entering the roof area. Now, this is where the actual plumbing vent is. If we take a closer look, you can see that there is swelling in the door jamb and a little bit to the architrave as well. Now, the swelling is most likely an indication of the water being wicked up from underneath the tiles. So underneath the tiles, water is being transferred. So the water must be coming all the way from the ceiling through the frame, through the grout lines, and just forming a water table under the tiles. Now a similar thing is happening to this bathroom. Now before we get into the analysis of this matter, I need to have a sip of coffee because this home has a lot of defects. Let's go. So this is an enclosed shower area with no hub or set down. And take a look at the swelling right there of this architrave. It is also an indication that water is underneath the tiles, coming from somewhere, most likely from this shower area. And it is also bypassing the wet area, which means the water is leaving the bathroom, and it is also being wicked up by that door jamb as well, outside the shower area and the wet area. Now if we take a quick measure, a non-destructive moisture check, the moisture meter is telling us that there is water content inside this door jamb and architrave. It is elevated moisture levels indicating that there is water inside. This is an active leak. Now take note that this shower right here is an enclosed shower with no hob or set down. Now to have that set up, there must be a water stop angle, which I'm going to show on the screen how it looks like, that separates the shower area from the wet area, and it looks like nothing is installed here, which is the main reason why water is going all the way outside the wet area. You can see the ruler right there bypassing the aluminium angle underneath the shower screen right there. There should be a water stop that intersects this ruler when I insert it underneath the shower screen, and it looks like this whole bathroom may need to be demolished and retiled again, because the water table will keep expanding over time underneath the tiles, and who knows, we might have some water as well that has reached this vanity as well, and it will damage the vanity, since this vanity appears to have been installed underneath the tiles as well. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time.